Hello, beautiful soul. Have you ever stood frozen, watching the person who carries your other half, your twin flame, choose someone else? Have you felt the sting of seeing them in another relationship, while your own heart quietly fractured into pieces? And in the silence of your pain, have the questions crept in like shadows? Can they really fall in love with someone else romantically? Was I wrong about what we have? Did they ever truly love me at all? These questions can feel like daggers, cutting deep into the place where your faith once lived. If you have been tormented by those thoughts, know this: you are not alone, and you are not losing your mind for asking them. The ache you feel is real. It is sacred. It is part of the fire that refines you. In today's video, we will walk together into one of the most misunderstood yet pivotal truths of the twin flame journey. Yes, your twin flame can fall in love with someone else in the romantic sense. But what's truly happening goes far beyond the surface story your eyes can see. You will discover the soul-level purpose behind this, and why it may be one of the most powerful catalysts for your growth. Because this path was never meant to be about love in the physical sense alone. It is about a love so vast, so transformative, that it awakens the soul from its deepest sleep. By the end of this video, you will see that what looks like rejection may actually be divine redirection. You will learn how to step out of despair and into clarity, to see the higher orchestration at play, and to reclaim your power within the connection. This understanding will not erase your pain overnight, but it will shift the way you carry it, turning it from a wound into a guiding light. Let us begin this deep unraveling. Number 1. The nature of twin flame love. Before we can even begin to explore whether your twin flame can genuinely fall in love with someone else, we first need to peel back the layers of what twin flame love truly is. This is not the kind of love that fits neatly into the boxes of ordinary romance. It does not follow the unspoken rules of dating, commitment, or timing. It does not arrive politely, waiting for you to be ready. Instead, it bursts into your life like a lightning strike you never saw, coming sudden, electric, and utterly impossible to ignore. It doesn't just touch your heart, it shakes your entire soul awake. Twin flame love is not limited to emotions alone. It is a deeply spiritual bond, one that exists and operates on multiple dimensions: the fifth dimension, the astral plane, and the energetic field that surrounds and flows through you. Its purpose is far more profound than simply building a life together in the physical world. This connection is designed for ascension, for awakening, for transformation that happens through fire, the kind of fire that burns away illusion, fear, and false identity until only your truest essence remains. It is not about a fairy tale, happily ever after. It is about becoming the person your soul promised to become long before you took your first breath in this lifetime. And here lies the paradox that so many struggle to understand. You can be spiritually bound to your twin flame in the most sacred and unshakable way, while they are, at the same time, physically committed to, or even in love with someone else. This is not because the connection between you has failed, but because twin flames carry within them two realities at once: the eternal truth of the soul and the temporary programming of the human self. The soul recognizes and never forgets the depth of your bond, but the human self, wrapped in its own layers of fear, ego, and learned behavior, does not always realize or accept that truth right away. In this human lifetime, your twin flame still moves through the same conditions that all of us face: free will that can choose differently, emotional wounds that cloud judgment, karmic debts that must be repaid, and fears of unworthiness that can push love away. Because of this, yes, they can love another person in a romantic sense, but here is the real question you must ask yourself: is that love born of the same soul, deep recognition, the same divine purpose, the same transformative fire that burns between twin flames? That, beloved, is where the truth reveals itself. So before we move forward, take a moment to reflect on what this means for you and your own journey. Have you ever felt that unshakable soul bond while watching your twin flame walk a different path? How did it challenge your understanding of love? I'd love to hear your story. Share your thoughts in the comments, or simply type "The soul always knows" as your affirmation today. Your words may resonate with someone else who needs this reminder. and together we keep the light of this truth alive. Number 2. What it really means when your twin flame loves someone else. When you discover that your twin flame has fallen in love with another person, it can feel like the deepest wound imaginable. Yet beneath that surface reality, the truth is rarely what it appears to be. Romantic love with someone else often feels safe, predictable, and easier to navigate. It can offer a sense of comfort, familiarity, and calm without the overwhelming energy that twin flame love brings. And that is precisely why your twin may choose it. Twin flame love is not gentle. It is a fire that burns away illusions, a mirror that reflects every shadow you've tried to hide, and a force that demands authenticity at every turn. It challenges the ego, exposes false identities, and triggers the deepest wounds so that they can be healed. For a soul that is not yet ready to face this level of truth, the intensity can feel like too much, almost threatening. Your twin may choose someone else not because they don't care for you, but because that relationship feels safer. They may be avoiding the triggers you bring, delaying their shadow work, or convincing themselves they are not ready or worthy of the connection you share. Yes, it is possible for them to feel genuine affection and even deep love for this other person, but that love is usually a reflection of the phase they are currently in, rather than a replacement for the divine mirror that you are. There is a profound difference between romantic love and soul-level union. Romantic love can be tender, passionate, and fulfilling on a human level, but twin flame love exists to awaken destiny. It is a bond woven before birth, designed to transform and elevate both souls. The other person in their life may be a soulmate or a karmic partner, someone whose role is to help them complete certain lessons, close, unfinished soul contracts, and prepare for the sacred union that awaits. If your twin is with someone else right now, it is not necessarily a betrayal of your bond. It can be part of the divine timing. Their soul is still in the process of being shaped by contrast, learning what love is and what it is not. Every moment of longing, every experience that doesn't fully satisfy, brings them closer to the realization of who you truly are in their life. That contrast can become the very bridge that leads them back to you, not out of obligation, but out of a soul-deep knowing that your connection is where their truth, their purpose, and their ultimate home will always be. Number 3, what they truly feel when they're with someone else. When your twin flame steps into another romantic relationship, it might look to the outside world as though they've moved on. They might post smiling photos, speak of happiness, or even convince themselves they've found what they call normal love. But beneath that polished surface, a quiet and restless storm often brews one that no amount of pretending can silence. They may experience emotional disconnection, sensing an invisible gap they can't quite name. Even if they care for this new partner, the spiritual intimacy they once shared with you is unmatched. They go through the motions, but the soul-deep fulfillment is missing. There is an inner conflict constantly tugging at them, one part trying to settle into the safety of the new relationship, another aching for you. This longing isn't just physical, it's an energetic pull, a hunger for the connection that once lit their spirit from within. They may encounter unexpected triggers, realizing that what they now have feels smaller compared to the vastness of what you shared. Once someone has touched the depth of twin flame love, anything less becomes a mirror reflecting what's absent. Through dreams and energetic bleed-through, you still reach them. They might hear your voice in quiet moments, smell your scent unexpectedly, or feel your touch in ways they can't explain. Your presence exists beyond physical space imprinted in their soul, and often there's a quiet guilt or shame lingering beneath the surface. If they sense you are still waiting or hurting, a part of them feels the weight of that truth, even if they bury it deep. So while their body may be beside someone else, their soul often isn't. A part of them still remembers you, still longs for you, and still feels the unbreakable thread of the connection, one that time, distance, and circumstance cannot sever. Imagine your twin flame sitting across from someone new at a cozy restaurant. The candles are lit, the food is warm, and the conversation is light. They smile, laugh at the right moments, and hold hands across the table. Everything looks perfect to anyone watching. But inside, there's a quiet ache. As their new partner talks, they suddenly remember the way your eyes lit up when you were passionate about something, or the way your presence could calm them without a single word. The laughter they give now feels practiced, not effortless. Later that night, when they are alone, they might catch themselves scrolling through old photos, hearing your voice in their mind, or dreaming of you in ways they can't explain. This is the silent truth even in a room full of warmth. Their soul still seeks the fire that only you ignite. Number 4. Why some twin flames must experience other loves before union. Sometimes, the deepest wounds in a twin flame journey do not come from absence, silence, or even conflict. They come from watching the person you know is your other half fall in love with someone else. On the surface, it can feel like the ultimate betrayal, as though the bond you believed in was an illusion. Yet in the higher truth of the soul's path, this is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to open them. Every relationship your twin flame enters before union is not a detour, but a part of the divine design, especially for the twin flame runner who has not yet awakened to the full magnitude of your connection. These experiences often serve as profound catalysts for growth. Some twins must first learn emotional maturity, stepping into the reality of responsibility, or even experiencing heartbreak themselves, before they can meet you with the depth, vulnerability, and devotion your connection requires. Others must face old wounds they have long buried, allowing another relationship to stir up unresolved abandonment fears or codependency patterns that must be healed before union can take place. For some, being with someone else helps them realize what real love isn't. They may believe they've found normal love, a safe, surface-level comfort, until they begin to feel the emptiness and shallowness of it when compared to the soul, deep, multi-dimensional bond they share with you. These relationships can also act as a powerful fire for burning through karmic ties, clearing lingering soul contracts, or dissolving generational patterns that have held them back for lifetimes. And perhaps the most beautiful, yet bittersweet purpose of all, through the contrast of loving someone else, they come to recognize who you truly are. Your essence becomes etched into their soul in a way that cannot be erased or replicated. Even if they walk with another for a time, their heart will always know where home truly is, in the reflection of your eyes, in the resonance of your spirit, and in the unshakable truth of your shared destiny. If you've made it this far, it means a part of you understands that even the most painful chapters in your twin flame journey can hold sacred purpose. I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect on your own story. Have you experienced a season where your twin flame was with someone else? What lessons, however hidden at the time, might have been unfolding for both of you? Share your experiences in the comments. Your words may be the light someone else needs today. And if you simply want to affirm your trust in the divine plan, type, "Every step is leading us home," below. Let this be your declaration that no matter the distance or detours, the connection you share is guided by something far greater than the present moment. Number 5. What to do when your twin flame loves someone else. When your twin flame chooses to be with someone else, it can feel like the world has been pulled from under your feet. Yet this is often the moment when the journey comes full circle, not because you change them, persuade them, or pull them back to you, but because you turn inward and return home to yourself. Allow yourself to feel every single emotion that rises, whether it is sadness, anger, longing, or heartbreak. Let the tears fall if they must. Grieve the loss of what you thought would be, but never confuse their choice with your value. Their decision is a reflection of their current state of growth, not a measure of your worth. Instead of waiting in silent longing, reclaim your power. Stand tall in your own light. Use this time to rise into your highest potential, to create, to heal, to pursue dreams that make your soul feel alive. Stay spiritually connected to them if your heart calls for it. But remember, your life is here, in this physical moment, and it is meant to be fully lived. Allow the love you share to mature in the space between you, because sometimes it is separation that acts as the alchemy, transforming raw emotion into a love that is deeper, wiser, and unshakable. Above all, trust the soul's plan. What is written in divine frequency cannot be erased by a temporary chapter in the human story. Their current relationship no matter how solid it may seem, is only one step on the path that the universe has mapped out. If your souls are truly bound, nothing, not time, not distance, not other loves, can undo what was divinely orchestrated before either of you took your first breath. This is not the end. It is the season in which you become the fullest version of yourself, so that when the time is right, you will meet again not as two wounded halves, but as two whole beings ready for union. Beautiful soul, even if your twin flame feels distant right now, remember every step they take toward knowing themselves is also a step that eventually circles back to you. The twin flame path is not a passive wait. It is an unfolding, a becoming. You are not standing still in longing, you are evolving, expanding, and embodying the highest expression of who you were always meant to be. This is the sacred paradox of this connection. While the physical distance may feel like separation, the spiritual truth is that you are both moving toward the same center. Each moment you choose healing over hurt, self-love over self-doubt, and faith over fear. You align more deeply with the very energy that will draw you together in divine timing. So, let today be a reminder, your role is not to chase, plead, or wait with an aching heart. Your role is to live fully, to rise boldly, and to let your light guide the way. In doing so, you are not just preparing for love, you are becoming love itself. If these words have stirred something within you, I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below with this quote: "I am not waiting for love, I am becoming it." Let it be your declaration, your vibration, and your truth. And if this message has brought you clarity or comfort, please like this video, share it with someone who may need it, and explore the video waiting for you right here on the screen. Until we meet again, stay grounded, stay radiant, and keep walking in the light that you are.